I've been involved with theatre for a while. Like it started with me ganging up my friends together in school, and then acting out little skits where sometimes we used to cook up skits, and let's say it's for Teachers' Day, or let's say it's for Children's Day, and that's how it initially began. And while I was again pursuing my engineering, I ended up working with a radio station as a radio jockey. That's where I got an entry into a bigger scale of things, where we started performing at the proper theatre, and that's when the bug of theatre caught me in its grip, and yeah, it's been a journey since, and it's been way over a decade now, so yeah, it's been fun. It started as a hobby and a passion, but now it's something which is I need to do it. I want to do it and I have to do it.
I'm just wondering if you're a once upon a time guy or a happily ever after guy.
I would love to. So, Makaan and Lunch Ka Plan, they were original concepts which I have had for a while, and then I have been wanting to do something with it, and eventually when Savitri Theatre Festival, the one which, thank you for coming in and watching, Hindi Shots happened, I got this opportunity to showcase it, and I had the privilege of working with some amazing people. And Lunch Ka Plan was a simple concept. It was based on a story of domestic abuse, and it derived some elements from 2-3 events and incidents and people I personally knew. So that again was a very touchy subject. I really hope that the audience was able to get what I wanted to present, or what we as a team wanted to present. And Makaan, whereas it has had some philosophical aspect to it, I have always wanted to show that irrespective of where we come from, what biases we have, at the end of the day, if we come together, things become easier, life becomes easier, and we get out of trouble sooner than when we try to figure it out by ourselves. So that's where Lunch Ka Plan and Makaan happened. I have to mention it, a few of them had experience, but majority of them, they were performing on stage for the first time, or some were doing it maybe after a while, and they were at it from the word go. All I needed to do was just push them into that zone where they figure out what that character is doing, and then they were on autopilot. I would say the most of the mess up which happened in the production, it was primarily because of me, because I am an actor primarily. This is something I have been wanting to do for a while, and Lunch Ka Plan and Makaan were technically my attempt at direction the third and the fourth time, but they were original scripts, and I wanted to see how they look on stage. And I am just extremely grateful to the cast, to the production. They were at it. I couldn't have asked for better people to work with. I wish I had that patience of sitting down and writing it at one go. No, it never happens, to be honest. Makaan is a version of the concept which I had. Makaan has been there, or a version of Makaan has been there with me for past 3-4 years. So this is the version 1 which were presented. So it took me a while. Whereas Lunch Ka Plan was shorter. I would say the processing happened more quickly, because the concept was simple, but I just wanted to make sure that the shock comes into play. Sometimes when we are not assuming people to be of a certain kind, they actually turn out to be absolute opposite. And I guess both the actors killed it. And similarly with Makaan, I think Makaan The process of writing Makaan was like, first I wrote the story, and then I figured down what characters were there and what was some sort of background with the individual characters, and if they are together, what kind of scenarios might prop up. So it was an edited version. Like initially it was a huge piece, then I had to cut it down like to 35 minutes, and yeah, it is kind of the first version. It is the first version presented. So yeah, that was kind of the process. I don't have a process. I wish I had a process. I have always loved performing, whereas writing does not come naturally to me, but I like observing people. I guess as part of performing also it helps me, because you observe people, you pick up their nuances, their small gimmicks, and it helps you to perform. But at the same time, when you are observing people, you see like, at least we all have our inherent biases. Like I would talk a certain way, or because of a certain upbringing, or I would behave a certain way because of a certain place I come from, a language, a dialect I know. But at the same time, this also makes us very unique as an individual. So Makaan was from a concept where like we are unique in our different ways, but if you actually drill down at the core, it's the same. It's just like, that's my personal belief. Like at the core we are just same. It's just the layering which is different, and because of the layers, the outside perception is different. It's just that which layer we have been able to unwrap, and at which level are we connecting. So that's why, like, I truly believe when the friendships which happened when we were kids, they were without any clauses, like hi, you are using the similar kind of pencil, I'm using the similar kind of pencil, boom, we are friends. But now that has become a little more complicated, so I would now try to find something more similar background. But even though, again, at the core of it, it is the same thing, there is something similar between you and me. So I guess Makaan is where my idea was, like, that core personality traits ki, like, we are all the same, we are all having fun if we are going together. So yeah. Absolutely. So the next project, which is not yet official, but next one is the one where I'm again going back on stage, which will be part of Toronto Fringe Festival. I'm not yet saying the name, but it would be with a production company called Naughty Bazaar, and that is still under wraps. Like, I hope by the time this comes out it is finalized, but yeah, that is something I'm looking forward to, which happens in July. And at the same time, I will try to write more. Hopefully all the noises I have in my head, I am able to put down on a paper, and hopefully keep creating more stuff.